I'm going to show you an overview of managing your property on Watchtower. So first, to access your property, click on the little icon at the top left and then click Property, and you'll be able to see your property here. If you have multiple properties, there'll be a drop down with all your properties listed. So now I'm going to show you how to add residents and users. So come back to the property page, scroll down to the bottom. You'll see residents and users down here. To add a resident, click Add Resident, and you just need to input a first and last name, and then click Create Resident. To add a user, very similar, click Add User, input a first and last name, input the user's email. You can put in a phone number for the user, and you can assign whatever property role you want for them: owner, manager, resident, or tenant. You can associate them to a vehicle, and then once you're done, click Add, and this will add the user to the property. Now, the main difference between residents and users is residents are people who don't necessarily need to have access to the Watchtower platform, whereas users will be people who generally sign into Watchtower with an email and password. So now I'm going to show you the contact priority list. Now these are the numbers associated to this property. So the numbers the guards will call, and they're listed in terms of priority. So number 1, they'll call that number first, and if that doesn't work, they'll go down to number 2. So to add a new one, click Edit, click Add, input your names, first name, last name, phone number. You can select the phone type: mobile, work, or home, or other. Click Add, and then click on Save at the bottom. And this will add the new number to your contact list. And if you want to reorder them, you just click these little arrows, and you can change the order then. And again, number 1 is the most important number, and that follows. I'm going to show you how to add a guest to a property. So at the top, click Guests, click on the Add Guest button, fill out a first and last name, and then we can select if we want this guest to be permanent or whether you want them from a certain start date to an end date. I'm just going to click Permanent. We can also create a QR code for the guest. This can be one-time use only, limited uses, unlimited uses. I'm going to click Unlimited Uses. And we can assign the guest to a vehicle. And then once you're ready, click Submit. And there you go, the guest has been created. To add a vendor, scroll across to Vendors at the top, click Vendors, click Add Vendor, input any name. Select whether you want them to be permanent or whether they're temporary, and the start and end date you can select there. I'm just going to put permanent. You can create a QR code for them, one-time use, limited uses, or unlimited uses. And we can also associate them to a vehicle. And then to create them, just click Submit. And there we go, that created the vendor. And the main difference between guests and vendors is vendors will be people like delivery drivers, businesses who come into your property and stuff like that, and guests are just, ordinary people who visit you often. Next, I'm going to show you how to restrict a visitor. Scroll along to Restricted, and then click Restrict Guest. Choose either a visitor or a vendor. I'm going to choose a visitor. Put in their first and last name, and any notes you want, and then click Submit. Now, restricting a guest from your property notifies the community that this guest or vendor is not authorized and should be denied access to visit your residence. To add a vehicle, scroll across until you see Vehicles, click Vehicles, click Add Vehicle, then input the year of the vehicle, the make of the vehicle, the model of the vehicle, the colour, which date, and then the license plate of the vehicle. And then you can associate the vehicle to a guest or vendor. But I'm just going to click create, and that's how you can add a vehicle to your property. To see entries for your property, scroll along at the top to entries and click on it. And here you'll see all the entries associated to your property. They're listed in most recent to least recent. And we can search for an entry. And we can also click on an entry to see the details. So here we can see notes, the type of visitor, the name of the visitor, the entry date, and the address. So to view the QR codes for your property, scroll along at the top to QR codes. And here we have a list of all the QR codes associated to your property. And to view one, just literally click on it and it'll bring up the QR code. And if you want to create a new one, just click Create QR Code.